Here we go, new vlog. Super exciting times. We got some really good, I guess we're filming 2 vlogs right now, but we got some pretty exciting guys biking. We got some pretty cool guests. I don't know. Here we go.
Here we go. So we all know how much Ryan loves these vlogs. The vlogs are like Ryan's thing, his pride and joy right now. So when we first started out with this little pet project of his,
it's just conceptualizing what we're doing.
he always said, one day I'm going to have the mayor come on. And I thought to myself, well, I didn't really think to myself, I actually said this to him, that's never going to happen. You're never going to get the mayor to come onto your little vlogs, ones you talk about bunk beds and all this fun stuff. But I have to say, our next guest today, is the mayor, Colin Bazaran.
So finally, here we are. I think it's vlog 15. We got the mayor, way ahead of schedule.
Hi everybody.
But he's here, super happy. And let's see how the mayor's summer was and what's going on for this coming winter. As we know, the pandemic came, changed everybody's plans. I know we were busy at the store. I'm sure the mayor, city council is super busy, pivoting around. But aside from work, it's family. I know for me, my family, we had a new baby going into it. It's just, I found it super relaxing. We got to spend more time with the family, break up our normal routine we'd have. So how was your family? How was the shock of not going to school?
Fair enough. Yeah, that's a bit of a loaded question. Because remind me, how old are your kids?
6 months, 3 years, and 7 years.
Okay, so with the 7-year-old, you had some homeschooling, or somebody in your household had some homeschooling to do. So
French homeschooling.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
all right.
we know parlay.
So that being said, so my kids are 9 and 7. And so let me tell you, I have a whole newfound respect for the teachers of our community and in this world. Because homeschooling was not fun. And some of us have joked that now that us parents have had to homeschool for a while, that maybe we should be honored with honorary teaching degrees. But all kidding aside, that was difficult. So that was just one of the many aspects of COVID hitting our community. But it also created not only a little bit more stress, but a lot more fun too, in the sense that for myself personally, when my wife works, then I would typically stay home with the kids. And so because we didn't want our kids in childcare. And so that really gave me an opportunity to spend time with my children that I probably would not have otherwise. And so while I appreciate that, yes, COVID has been very difficult and very challenging for a lot of people, including entrepreneurs like yourself, for me, it's allowed me to spend more time with my kids. And it's really allowed me to reset what truly is important. And what I can say moving forward is, because a lot of my time is spent meeting with people and various other things, and my interaction with people likely won't change, but how I interact with people will change. Can we, instead of meeting in person, can we just do it over a phone call or a Zoom call instead? Working from home, I think, is something I'll do a lot more of now too. So my tan is as dark as it's ever been because I've been at the beach or in the lake or hanging at a friend's swimming pool because friends with pools and boats are way better than actually owning each of those yourself. And so the kids and I have had a ton of fun this summer.
Nice. It's amazing. We actually got a little vacation in. So we head to the island. I've never been to Vancouver Island before. So we got out exploring a bit. Nice. I know my son Jack's been camping with his grandpa a ton. So it's been fun exploring everywhere. I know for us, it's been a chance. We haven't really gone out eating a lot. We've been down to Bernard getting some ice cream, a lot of takeout. So we've been getting tons of food from different restaurants. Skip the dishes has been super popular in the household, especially
with a newborn, so yeah. Understandable.
And mostly on my nights to cook. Apparently I'm not that good. But what have you guys found? Like, what have you been up to in the summer?
Yeah. So as I mentioned, we've been spending a lot of time at the beach. We've hit up probably every beach and beach access in town. And then, a lot of like hikes and walks. I was pretty stoked. Actually, you'll I'm sure appreciate this. So my 7-year-old son rode his bike up Knox Mountain for the first time in his life this summer.
No
So we've done it twice. I think the first time he did it and stopped, he had to stop maybe 3 times. And the second time he did it, he only had to stop twice.
Jeez, he's on par with me.
So that's been pretty cool. He loves being on his bike. And then we also like hiking, so the Crawford Falls is always a favorite. To be able to just walk in the creek, cool off, and then just chill at the falls, have a nice lunch. So we've been doing a lot of that stuff. We have been outside so much and so often, and I think that it's given everyone in our community sort of a newfound love of all the great amenities that we kind of take for granted because we live here. And so it's been really awesome to see. And I will say this too, not to get too technical, but like a lot of the pedestrian and cycling counters we have spread out around our community, numbers are up everywhere. And so it's pretty cool to see people out doing things that maybe they normally wouldn't, or commuting via ways they wouldn't normally. So it's been pretty neat.
Yeah, it's actually amazing. This brings up another point we had, was me driving around between both stores all the time. It seems like no matter which way I go in Kelowna, there's construction.
And always in the summertime. That's the question. Why always in the summer? Well, there are reasons for that. We're not going to get into those.
And then you hit Harvey and there's traffic. But the thing I like, it's all the bike lanes going in the city. It's amazing. They're everywhere. I know for us, we get out quite a bit as a family biking, trailer bike. It's just fun to go and know you're safe and get around town. Yeah. And it's amazing seeing Kelowna just embrace cycling.
Yeah, thank you. It's something that we're really proud of, and but we still have a long ways to go because we know that we want to. Well, there's two objectives really. One, it's the recreational cyclist. We want people to just get out for the health of it and be active. But we also want people to be getting around our community differently when they're commuting. And so we have a lot of work to do in order to make strides, because in order for people to change their behavior and commute differently, particularly as it pertains to cycling, they want to be on separated bike paths away from traffic, and that's understandable. So we're making some good headway. There's still a lot of work to be done, but I'm really proud of it. I mean, Ethel, another phase is almost done, another one yet to come. Sutherland Avenue keeps going, and what's cool is we continue to learn every phase. So if you go back to where Ethel first started, and the standard and the way that was built is entirely different than the phase that's being built now. And we're getting more efficient, and by doing that, it's going to allow us to actually go and protect more cycling lanes in our community. And so stay tuned, because there's going to be a lot of key connections made. Probably the biggest one we need is between the rail trail and the Mission Creek Greenway. That's one that's coming, and a few others. But I'm really excited, and I hope it's going to help people change their behavior and change the way they get around our community.
It's a very small world. We're sitting here. Colin actually worked at Island Snow. We had Scotty on a while ago talking about snowboard videos and stuff. Colin worked with him.
I did. I used to work at Island Snow back in the day. Yeah, it was a ton of fun.
And he's a snowboarder. It seems like everywhere I go, everybody's like, I have kids, so I'm going to leave snowboarding and go ski with my kids and never come back. So it's fantastic to have another snowboarder on here.
I will admit, though, I have had that thought, but I haven't switched yet. Don't know if I will, but I have had that thought. That's all.
Honestly, you can't beat snowboarding on powder day.
Very true.
Just that slash, it's amazing. Like, what do you do with your sticks? They float around.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Fair.
But anyhow, Big White, everybody, all resorts, they're opening. They got protocols, they're all opening. Winter's still coming, the world's not ending. And Farmer's Almanac, it's going to be an amazing, they said, the Wild West. White Wild West. It's going to snow a ton, lots of precipitation. Farmer's Almanac's never wrong. Your family excited?
We are. We have really loved Big White. It's just great time spent, even just the drive up and the drive back. Although usually I'm the only one up for the drive back, but that's okay. But it's been such great family time. And even the days where, because my son plays hockey as well, and my daughter plays indoor soccer. So even on the days when they have those, usually it's early enough that we can still go get the afternoon in at the hill. So we're not the first track type of folks. I know that might be sacrilegious to some, but we're still getting up there. And it's just been amazing for our family and to be able to spend the time up there. And the kids picked up skiing really quick, which was great. And they're pretty much faster than I am now. They just like to rip. And Dad's all timid and old and not wanting to hurt himself. But hey, that's the way it goes. That's how, the transition of life.
Well, they're young, they bounce, they don't feel any pain.
Exactly.
The knees just aren't quite the same after a day of riding moguls in the trees.
Definitely not.
Where's the secret spots at Big White? I've been up there, snowy days, riding the powder chair, and there's nobody around. Like, this is amazing. The wind's blowing, you're freezing up there.
Yep.
Where does everybody go?
We are definitely, and I'm not just saying this just to humor you, we are definitely fans of the Black Forest for sure. We
Forest.
love it over there. The terrain, the snow. I don't know, it just seems to be magically less wind over there. I don't know if that's true or not, but it sure seems like it. And I would say most days you could certainly run into us over there for sure.
Perfect. Thank you, Colin, for coming in. It was pretty short notice. We got the text like this morning. We've been working on it for a while, but thank you very much for coming in. You guys are doing a fantastic job in the city. I'm pretty excited to get out and explore the bike lanes. And not to mention, we didn't even talk on it, but the mountain bike trails at Knox.
Yep.
They're amazing, you know, early season, late season, trails are prime. So
awesome. Well, thank you, Ryan. I appreciate the opportunity, and I'm glad it worked out. And you know what, too? I just want to say to you and those like you, those entrepreneurs in our community, thank you for all you do, because you're creating local jobs. And I know right now it's not the easiest time to be owning a business. And I just want to thank you for your commitment to our community.
Thank you very much.
So our next guest today is somebody who's been working at the store for the last couple of years. You've probably seen him come in. He's super keen on bikes and anything bikes, and just when I met him, he was just this little kid in the bike park. So today we have Max Halchuk here.
Hello, my name is Max Halchuk. I'm a downhill racer from Kelowna, BC, and these are my bikes. This is a Trek Session 99 29-inch wheels, full rock shocks and SRAM suspension and drivetrain, Deity cockpit, bars and stem, WTB Hightail Pro saddle, and Sensus light grips. It was built to be my 2020 race bike, but due to COVID-19, I have been riding it at Silver Star most of the summer and Big White. Just getting used to the downhill tracks and getting ready for next year. And this is my Trek Slash. It is mainly my off-season and spring training bike and just my trail bike throughout the summer. It has a 2021 Fox 36. It's running great. It's the brand new model that they just came out with this year with the new dampers and crown. Fox X2 shocks, Deity cockpit, bar, stem, and saddle, Sensus light grips again. 3 years ago, I started mountain biking. My first ever race was the enduro race at Crawford Trails here in Kelowna. I had a great time there, got second, pretty much fell in love with racing from then. Started talking to Fresh Air, started working here, started riding alongside and with the Fresh Air group and family, and have just been riding with them since. Started racing higher end races such as Canada Cup and BC Cups, enjoying downhill racing and seeing where it takes me.
Max is super excited about biking. You gotta check out his Instagram. The kid is, I mean, he's only been riding for a couple of years. The kid's on fire. He's like hitting jumps, doing stuff that I would never do. So, we've gotten lots of emails, lots of people coming in. You know, you're helping them out. They're like, how's the bunk beds? How's this going on? You know, Al, you're amazing. I'm still not done the bunk beds. I tried a little maneuver. It's like, I show Amy something shiny over here and we divert away from the bunk beds, but it's coming back to haunt me because, you know, kids are going to school, it's fall time. Amy's got this thing, it's like, we got to wrap everything up before winter. So now we got to get the bunk beds done. But we've also started some stuff in the bathroom, just a little, you know, I like to say, I call it a renovation, but it's like lipstick, you know, a little paint, new floor, new cabinets. So as we go, it's now September. Seasons are changing, ski's starting to arrive. We're finally getting some more bikes in. It's an exciting time. And we are working away at opening our other store. So please stay tuned for that. It will be open, it's not closed. We're just waiting for product to come in. So everybody cross your fingers, read the Farmer's Almanac because they're always right. It is gonna snow, and enjoy the last bit of summer. It's gonna be winter before you know it. Thanks again. Get out and enjoy the fresh air.